welcome back to another amazing movie review of today. This particular movie, Borrowed Love, is one of the most amazing movies I have ever watched, featuring Maurice Sam, Chike Daniels, Miwa Olorunfemi, and Patricia Okusol. Guys, one beautiful thing I love about this movie is how the movie started, okay, and how it ended. So this movie took another dimension entirely, starting with a very painful and pitiable situation. Guys, this movie almost gave me a heart attack. Before I start with the movie review of today, I want to first of all appreciate the entire cast for such an amazing performance, and also to appreciate the casting director, Mr. Uchenna Mbunabo. Thank you so much for bringing these actors to film for us. Patricia Okusol, who played the role of Maurice Sam's mother, was amazing. Maurice Sam was superb. Chike Daniel was something else. He was wonderful. And Miwa Olorunfemi, geez, this lady did exceptionally well. So the whole cast in this movie were amazing. Okay, so guys, now let's go down to the beautiful movie review of today. Now, Borrowed Love started by introducing us to Officer Deyemi, played by Maurice Sam. He was a soldier in this movie and he was highly placed. The first scene of the movie we saw was his wife Miwa and his mother preparing a beautiful surprise and a sumptuous meal to welcome him back after a long stay in Liberia, where he went to fight a war. So they were super excited and couldn't wait to have him back home. Then while they were in the preparation, a knock was heard on the door. They were both excited and they thought he was the one back, but unfortunately, it was two of his colleagues who were soldiers who came to the house to give them the information that they lost him in the battle and they dropped his belongings. Wow, that was the saddest and the most painful news they ever heard in their entire life. They grieved, they were in pains, they cried, they mourned. Guys, it was tough for them, especially his wife. His wife mourned and mourned him, okay, and she became a shadow of herself. But thankful to the mother-in-law who loved her with all her heart, she was the one who tried to console her. Even consoling herself, she still had to console his wife because she became shattered. She was the direct opposite of what she used to be before. So it was a whole lot for them. She couldn't even move on from it, okay? She mourned her husband for years and still believed and hoped that one day her husband would come back home, okay? She couldn't believe or just accept the fact that her husband is gone for good. She almost ended her life, if not for the quick intervention of her mother-in-law. The thought of how she met her husband in her darkest and painful moment couldn't just leave her mind, and how her husband showed her genuine love, showed her real love, how he cared and how he was so intentional about her, how he protected her, how he gave her the world. She couldn't just get over such thoughts. She loved her husband with all her heart and she prayed and believed that someday her husband would come back home. After mourning her husband for 19 good months, her mother-in-law could not take it again, okay? She had to tell the lady to move on. As she's a young lady, she's just 27 years, she cannot remain a widow. That she appreciates and knows how much she loves her husband, but she wants her to be happy, okay? She wants her to move on, okay? So after lot and lot of pressure from the mother to move on, to meet people, to get married again, she had to just give in, but it was not from her mind. So her mother-in-law introduced her to men, okay, and she chased the men, telling them that she is a widow and the person she calls a mother is actually her mother-in-law, okay? So she did all those things to just chase these men away. So when her mother-in-law knew what she was doing, she came to her and told her that she cannot continue this way. She wants her to go out, she wants her to meet people, she wants her to be happy. So she had to employ a driver for the lady. and she employed Chike Daniel. So Chike Daniel used to be a very wealthy man, but he got fired from his job. So he was staying in the same estate very close to where they stay. So he became Miwa's driver. He drove her around, okay? He was so nice and sweet to her, okay? They became fond of each other and they grew feelings for each other, not knowing it was love. Eventually, they expressed how they felt to each other, and she fell deeply in love with Chike Daniels as well as Chike Daniels. So these people started up something. The mother-in-law at first didn't like the idea because she wanted someone better for her daughter-in-law, but she still had to accept the guy because Miwa chose him and she was happy with him. So these people started off, and months later they got married and she got pregnant. Now guys, the thought of her husband gradually wiped away from her mind, okay? She was getting used to her husband. She was getting loved, happy every passing day, and her mother-in-law was so happy for her. Now guys, guess the most shocking news and person the least expected to see. Maurice Sam, her husband, who she thought was dead, came back alive. Wow! At that point, I had goosebumps. They were all shocked. They were surprised to see him back. It was like a dream to all of them. They couldn't even believe their eyes. They couldn't believe what they saw. They started asking questions. What happened? I thought you were dead. What really happened to you? Then he narrated how his platoon got attacked in Liberia and how their hiding place got bombed. That he was saved by someone who took him in as a son, okay? And at that point, he was so unconscious and he lost his memory. It took him years to regain back his memory and found his way back home. Wow. They were speechless. They didn't know what to say. They were dumbfounded, okay? So, that point, Maureen started asking questions because Maureen saw Chike Daniels in the house calling his dear wife, his wife. Guys, it wasn't easy at all, okay? They had to fight that moment, and Chike Daniels left the house, and it was remaining Maurice Sam with his family. He went on to ask his wife why she would leave him and marry another person, okay? She told him that she thought he was dead, that she fought, okay? She fought, she wanted to wait for him, but she thought he would never come back again. Maurice actually missed his wife. He missed her so much, and he wanted to have a taste of his wife, but she refused. Oh my jeez, at that point, I was like, what is going on? Has this lady fallen out of love with Maurice Sam? The guy she waited for all her life, the one she loved with all her life, that she was ready to mourn? Guys, she left the room immediately, okay? Maurice didn't know what to do. He thought he had lost his wife, okay? So she had to go to her new husband's house, Chike Daniel, okay, and told him that she would no longer be marrying him again. She's not interested, okay? Her husband is back and she loves him so much. She wants to stand by him. She wants to be with him. That her husband was there for her even at her lowest point in life. That she wants to, stand by him and be with him at this point of his life. Wow. Chike Daniels could not take it. He was feeling so heartbroken. He was feeling pains in his heart. He kept on begging her that I thought you loved me and I loved you, that I'm expecting a child from you, okay? He did his best. He begged her, but she left his house. Wow. In fact, at that point, I was like, please, what is going on? I don't even know who she should choose again. I'm literally so confused. Okay, so her mother-in-law saw how so sad she was, how bad she was feeling. She noticed that she was not happy again, okay? And she spoke to her one-on-one and asked her if she is really happy with her husband, Maurice Sam, or she wants to go back to her real husband, okay? So she couldn't say anything, and her mother-in-law told her that I know that you have already forgotten about your former husband, Maurice, okay? And you've already moved on, and you are happy with this particular husband of yours now. Just go for him, okay? Don't feel pity for your former husband. Go for what makes you happy, okay? She spoke to her as a daughter, and guys, trust me, she really did what every good mother would do. So, after everything, she called a meeting with her son and her daughter-in-law, and that was when she spilled the truth to Maurice Sam. She told her son that his wife is pregnant for her new husband. Wow, Maurice was shattered. Maurice was heartbroken. He was in pains. He was like, why would you be pregnant for another man? Okay, at that point, he couldn't take it. Trust me, he couldn't take it at all. But, he just had to understand and, had to just give in to what he thought was right. Okay, so he called a meeting with her new husband and told him that he's ready to let go of his dear loving wife to him since she's pregnant for you already. At that point, Chike couldn't believe his ears, okay? He couldn't believe his ears, but Maurice actually found it so difficult to let go, okay? He just had to do it because his wife is carrying another man's child. So that was how Chike Daniels went with his loving wife and Maurice was left alone. Guys, this is a very beautiful, touching, interesting, wonderful story. I actually felt the pains in Maurice Sam's eyes, okay? And I wished that his wife actually waited, okay? I wish she just waited for him because, man, it was so difficult to just pick one particular person, okay? Even myself, I was like, who will this lady go for? Who will she go for? Guys, it's a very beautiful movie, and trust me, it's a painful one as well because, what would Maurice Sam do, okay? Sometimes I just wish that, I wish she was not pregnant for Chike. It would have been a lot easier, okay? At least Maurice would have fought for her, okay? He would have fought for her because the only reason Maurice let go of the love of his life is just because she was already pregnant. So guys, this movie is a very, very interesting movie. It's wonderful. If you have not seen Borrowed Love, guys, you need to go see it. This movie just came out a few hours ago. Guys, go there, rush and watch this amazing movie of Uchenna Mbunabo. We need to take this movie to 1 million in one day. This movie is super duper interesting. It is a must watch for everyone, okay? Lovers of Maurice Sam, Chike Daniels, Miwa Olorunfemi, this one is for you. Go watch this particular movie, guys. Thank you so very much, guys, for watching. Please do also give this video a thumbs up, share the video, and subscribe to Substance TV for more amazing movie reviews, recommendations, trends, and all spicy gist. See you guys in my next video. Until then, stay splendid.